you too. Thanks so much for jumping back onto my channel. Those of you who are new, my name is Brittany. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on November 3rd, 2020, and then today is January 22nd, 2021. So I'm almost 3 months post-op, not quite. But as of today, I have lost 45 pounds. Yay! My starting weight was 316. As of today, I am 271. So nice being able to be that low or that small already. It's pretty exciting. If you are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button. That way you can keep up to date with all my progress videos. I am recording my vertical sleeve gastrectomy journey. I'm wanting to use this as a record for myself, but also maybe I can give some advice or some information to somebody considering the surgery, and it be a great progress or process for them as well. So today I wanted to just do a video on 5 tips that I would recommend you do before you have your vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So jumping right in, tip number 1. Because you're going to be drinking a lot of protein shakes throughout this process, tip number 1 would be find protein shakes that you really like before you have surgery. There are so many different protein shakes out there. I would highly recommend that you find some that you really like before you have surgery. After surgery, your taste may change a little bit, so you may have to kind of do this a second time. You have to find some protein shakes that'll set better with your stomach, just kind of depending on that. But I would highly recommend you kind of weed out the ones that you don't like before you have surgery. Just some advice. Tip number 2. You've got to drink a lot of water with this process, so I would recommend that you find a cup of some sort or a jug, something that you can carry around with you very easily so that you can sip on your water. Of course, you want to avoid drinking out of straws because the straw is going to put unnecessary air into your new pouch. And being that you've just had surgery, it's going to be very uncomfortable. You're already going to have a lot of gas in this area because they have to add the gas into your abdomen during the surgery. So you're going to be trying to release that gas as it is. You don't want to add to that by drinking through a straw. If you do, you're going to be adding a lot of discomfort that's not necessary. So after a few months after your surgery, that inflammation will have gone down. You could probably start drinking out of a straw then carefully. Don't gulp the water because then you could still be adding too much liquid into your pouch and again causing some discomfort. But anyway, you definitely want to find a fun cup that's easy to carry around with you because you're going to be sipping all day long to try to get in all the fluids that you're supposed to. So definitely find you a fun, easy to carry around cup. Tip number 3. After surgery, you're going to be eating a lot of sweet things. Sugar-free popsicles, protein shakes, sugar-free jello, sugar-free pudding, those kinds of things. You're going to get tired of all the sweet things. So tip number 3 would be before surgery, because you're going to be eating a lot of soft things and mostly liquid things, find some savory soups that you like. These could be cream soups or basically any kind of soup. And even if they have chunks in them, after surgery, you can strain the soups to where you're just drinking the broth or the juice from the soup. But then, of course, during the pureed phase, you can blend that soup up, blend up all those chunks, and then you have something really savory and salty to drink instead of just all the sweet things. I know after the first week after my surgery, I was sick and tired of all the sweet things, and I just wanted the salty. It'll hit you. So definitely, I would recommend before you have surgery, find some soups that you really do enjoy eating, drinking, whatever you want to call it. That way you can have them on hand before you have surgery so that when you get to that phase when you can have the full liquids or the pureed, you've got some savory meals on hand. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 would be take a lot of before pictures. Before you have surgery, take some pictures of yourself in all kinds of different poses, all kinds of different angles. You really want to see how your body looked before you have your surgery, because as you are progressing, you're going to be getting smaller. I mean, that is the goal. However, there's going to be times that you're going to plateau, where the weight loss is going to kind of stall out. It happens, your body's playing catch up with itself, it will pass. But during those times, if you start feeling discouraged, this is a great opportunity to pull out those old photos that you took before your surgery, and you can see then for yourself, I am still making progress. You can see where you were to see where you are, and it will help you stay motivated to not give up because you've plateaued. It helps you stay motivated to keep going strong, and don't give in to those temptations. Seeing those before pictures, it's almost like a reminder, I don't want to get back to that same person. I am not that same person. I don't ever want to get back to that same size. So it's motivation to help you keep going. So definitely take a lot of those before pictures and keep them on hand because they will come in handy. And then lastly, tip number 5. Going through this journey is very challenging physically, but especially mentally. Doing this surgery is not what people may consider the easy way. Yes, it is helping you lose the weight, but it's so much more than just it helps you lose weight. It is a mental restructure of your mind. If you deal with eating addictions or food addictions, having the surgery is not going to cure that. You deal with cravings. The surgery is not going to cure that. You mentally need to prepare yourself that this is not a fix-all. People may say that to you, oh, you're just taking the easy way. You think it's just gonna fix all your problems. No, it won't. It will not cure your addiction to eating. It will not stop those cravings that you have. They are still gonna be there. So you, before your surgery, need to mentally prepare yourself. Those are not gonna go away, but you are strong and you can choose how you're going to handle those temptations and those situations when they come up, because they will come up. I promise they will come up. So before you have your surgery, prepare yourself for what is coming. You are going to deal with temptations of food that you know you're not supposed to eat. What are you going to do? Have a game plan ready and set for when those temptations come up. What are you going to do? When the urge or tendency to want to binge eat or want to eat because you're bored or you're depressed and you want to comfort eat, you can't do that anymore. Your stomach will not allow you to do that. So what are you going to do to mentally help your mind, help yourself overcome that want, that desire to gorge yourself and eat? Find hobbies that can distract you. Find fun little activities that can distract you. When you are dealing with a craving, have a game plan for what you're going to do to overcome that craving. Are you going to eat a healthy snack? Are you going to read a book? Are you going to listen to a podcast? Are you going to color a picture? Have a game plan set in motion, ready for when the temptation of a craving comes up. I'm going to resist that craving and I'm going to do this instead. Or when you're feeling depressed and that just natural response of wanting to go into the kitchen and find some junk food. No, you're going to resist that. Do something to distract yourself so that you don't give in to those temptations. But on top of that, just mentally prepare your mind that this is a life-altering decision that you have made. You have chosen to rewire your brain. You've chosen to rewire how you think about food. Food is no longer a go-to for comfort. Food is a necessity to survive, and that is it. That is what you have to prepare yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. And just because you have the surgery, it's not going to make you automatically think that. You have to train yourself to think that way. So my biggest tip would be mentally prepare yourself for what you are about to undertake. It is a life-altering decision that you are doing. You are permanently cutting out the majority of your stomach because you are tired of being unhealthy. You are tired of being overweight. And this is your opportunity to get healthy and to feel better about yourself. So take advantage of your opportunity and do not give in to those temptations. So prepare yourself for what you're about to do because it is life-changing. I promise you it is. So that was really quick, but those were my 5 tips for before you have your surgery. I'll do another video for some tips for after you've had your surgery that I found to be pretty useful. But again, subscribe to my channel, and that way you can stay up to date with all the progress videos I'm going to post. And then of course you can also follow me on Instagram, and if you've got questions, please drop me some comments below and I'll be happy to answer those. And if there's any other videos that y'all would recommend that you would like to see me do, let me know that too in the comments. And until next time, I guess I will talk to y'all later. Thanks.